The Negro treatment.
Blessed risings, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that QPP Podcast is a global show. And today on this episode of The Negro Treatment, we will be discussing Elon Musk says he will take legal action after California officials cited his politics when rejecting SpaceX launches. I mean, didn't you say you the first billionaire African in the United States or something? Whatever you said like that, you can Google it. He said something like that. Well, since you wanted to be African, which is synonymous with El Negro, right? Right? You got to say Africa synonymous with Negro. If you're going to say Jamaica is synonymous with Negro and call Kamala Harris black, based upon the fact that her dad was born in Jamaica, and so he has to be black. The same logic should work for Elon Musk, who was in fact born in Africa, thus making him African, right? So he must be black since he's African, right? So that is why this episode is called The Negro Treatment, because you, sir, are being treated like a Negro based upon nothing, right? That's what you're saying. Oh, my politics has nothing to do with my business savvy, but they're still blocking me to the point where I need to sue them, right? Because there's something in my personal life, being black is not a choice, but your politics are, but nonetheless, and you'll probably say they're not. But let's be clear. Let's be very clear. Race and politics are not the same, and the fight is not the same, and you being censored or discriminated against or whatever you feel like is being done to you is not the same as racism, and specifically anti-black racism, specifically foundational Black American, right? Right? So this crybaby is crying about his wham SpaceX. Elon Musk threatened to take legal action. He threatened, defiant in his defeat, defiant in his rejection. He's threatened to take legal action following reports that a California state commission cited his politics in a decision. The California Coastal Commission on Thursday rejected a request for more frequent SpaceX launches. A request was filed by the U.S. Space Force seeking more launches from the state's central coast. It was rejected by 6 votes to 4. The Space Force has asked the commission to allow SpaceX to carry out 50 launches a year. Whoa, what is you doing, fam? What is you sending up in the air, fam? Yeah, I got to look at your politics. I got to look at if you're bussy. I don't need you sending no bussy satellites in the sky, fam. I got to know what you're doing. Yeah, I want to know. Space Force has asked the commission to allow SpaceX to carry out 50 launches a year of its Falcon 9 rocket at Vandenberg Space Force Base, up from 36. In a video of the meeting viewed by Business Insider, hold on, fam. So they're not even saying you can't fly your kite, fam. So you can still fly your kite. You just can't fly 50 of them. But the approved 36 that you wanted, okay, you could do them, fam. We're still going to see, you just greedy, fam. And that's how the Mayo Zaddy is. That's how the Neanderthal Mayo mafia leader is, fam. That's how he is. Just always greedy. Gotta have more. Gotta be pushing the limits. I know you said I could have 36 now. So this ain't even a no. You didn't even get told no. You got said no for addition. But your original request was granted. And now you're talking about suing? Talk about privilege. In a video of the meeting viewed by Business Insider, the commissioner Gretchen Newsom expressed concerns over Musk's political posts and working conditions at SpaceX. We just gonna forget the working conditions. It was about my politics. It's because I supported Donald Trump. That's why. Wah. And that's why it's so low. What? You ain't even making sense. You wouldn't let me do more. I want more. Dang it, I want more. What? What? What about the working conditions? No, we can't look at that. You just want to have an excuse to try to post something, to try to be a pretend victim, a perceived victim. When in fact, sir, you are no victim at all. You are in fact a bully, sir. And you have victims. The victims in the working conditions, your employees at SpaceX. Here's a quote. Elon Musk is hopping about the country spewing and tweeting political falsehoods, misleading information. Right? That's part of that party that said it's okay for misinformation. It's okay. And we're just it's funny when society still caters. Look how far you've catered to the fragile Neanderthal male ego, to the point where lies, blatant flat out lies, are now called misinformation. Well, we don't want to hurt their feelings now. We can't just go around calling them liars now. They is good old white men. You can't do that to a white man. You can't now. You just can't. You can't do that. You got to get a white man the respect that it deserves now. You got to do it. So now we have, look, political falsehoods. What's a falsehood? How about he's tweeting political lies? But once again, you say this is what they want you to believe. Black people fragile. You know the people that went through slavery. Yeah, they're fragile. Yeah, those people that you had to burn their cities and their towns down when we were surviving and thriving while you were jumping out of windows, right? Right. No. To the point where we say political falsehoods, political lies, and attacking FEMA while claiming his desire to help the hurricane victims with free Starlink access to the internet, she said before the vote on Thursday. See, the reason why his free Starlink access to the internet is a nothing burger, because he's going to get all your free information, right? Data. Here, let me break it down for you like that. Data. And he gets guinea pigs. So he can work out the clinks and the kinks and the crinks and the pinks all in his system, see? Right? And did I mention the data harvesting, right? He'll be harvesting your data, right? And you know, selling it basically, but they get the algorithm and then they put together the file on you and they're able to sell that, right? It continues, it appears that rather than prioritizing the welfare of SpaceX employees and the environment, the focus has been on profit maximization, she added, being greedy. I don't read the articles, y'all. I don't pre-read the articles. I read them with you, people, with you. So this is all news to me as well. So I didn't know she was going to say fam was being greedy. Come on. You got to be able to comprehend what you're reading. It sounded like he was being greedy. If we give you 36, then you come back and say you want 50, you want to demand 50, and then you call it a rejection when they tell you no. That's not a rejection, fam. You made a request, fam. They already gave you 36. See, it's Negro treatment, but this is just your barely little taste of Negro treatment. No, we get rejected. We've filled out applications at multiple of your companies, and we haven't been hired because of how our name may sound, right? If it sounds or looks too Negro, right? Oh, we got Mfufu and Takashi working here. You're African, they're African, right? So you know an African name, right? And I'm not so sure that you're hiring Mfufu over Vanjay, right? You're letting Vanjay Gupta, Sanjay, that's who you're hiring. Let's be real. Let's be real. Or Jack Tazamoto, right? Let's be honest here. It continues. In a response to Newsom's statement, the commissioner chair, Carl Hart, said you could argue that it's bringing in politics, but this is a political matter to some extent because it involves the U.S. government. It involves the Coastal Commission. We don't know what you're doing up there. That's what I said. What is you sending up there, cuz? Hart said that while she greatly appreciated the Space Force work, they were dealing with a company, the head of which has aggressively injected himself into the presidential race. Musk responded to a political story about the commissioner's comments, writing on X alongside a screenshot of the story, incredibly inappropriate. What I post on this platform has nothing to do with a coastal commission in California. But it does, my good boy. You can't post on your social media, I hate blacks, and then go be the head of the NAACP. Now, can you, sir? Now, can you? Although the NAACP isn't for black people, I'm simply saying the perception, sir. Right? It went to the point where if somebody's name was Adolf, would you let them be curator at the Holocaust Museum? Probably not. Right? Right? So let's be real here. Let's be real. The optics aren't good, buddy. They're just not. You can't rah-rah sis kumbah for insurrections and then, hold on, I need something from your government. The same government I can't stand. Because whether you like it or not, Big Zaddy Jose Make It Rain Biden is the sitting president, and you are so disrespectful to the office talking about you want to do business with the U.S. government. Well, wouldn't you have to do business with him? Right? Oh, why you talking crazy about him? So, yeah, I might tell my people, hold on, cuz, because you know y'all both gangs. You in a different gang, cuz. Let's stop playing. You're a Republican, and your adversaries are the Democrats. That's what y'all is, gangs. Y'all is the real red and blue. The Bloods and Crips ain't got nothing on y'all. Continues, filing suit against him on Monday for violating the First Amendment, he wrote, adding Tuesday since court is closed on Monday. The commission, which aims to protect California's coast and ocean, also disagreed with SpaceX and the military characterizing the launches as federal agency activities, which would exempt the company from obtaining a permit. What? Why wouldn't you need a permit? Why you could just shoot stuff into the sky? Hold on. I can't use my drone when I want to in the sky, but you can shoot rockets in the sky, and you're like, what does that matter? Don't be asking me for no permissions. I do's what I want to do. Commissioners argued that SpaceX was primarily a private company and should therefore obtain a permit itself. Right, it should. It is essential that SpaceX apply for a CDP, Hart said, referring to a coastal development permit, adding, there is no other way forward, in my opinion. That's it. You're not a government, you're not government, you're not NASA. You're a private agency doing what you want to do. Right. So why shouldn't you have to get permission? So there got to be some type of overlook. Some commissioners took the opportunity to commend the military's recent efforts in working with staff on environmental issues. The commission also noted concerns about impacts on the local environment caused by the rocket's sonic booms. We don't even know what that do. Ravi Shadhari, an assistant secretary of the Air Force, told the hearing that the Space Force remained committed to protecting the coastline and local coastal species. We can't tell. And this dude going wham, because he can't do 50 from the 36 that they gave him permission to do already. What did we learn here today, boys and girls? That the white male ego is fragile. Where, like I said, lies are now called misinformation. And we don't speak in absolutes here. We don't. Because I know some good white dudes, P. Just like I know some brothers that ain't too good. So I ain't saying that. But I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm B1, FBA all day. And what did we learn here today, boys and girls? I still stand. Fragile, fragile, fragile. But I ain't going to hold you. I'm just going to mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Going to leave you with 4 words, as we always do around this time. Subscribe for the vibe, like for the spike. Comment your vomit and share if you care, if you dare, to get Black empowerment everywhere. We are on all the platforms: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. Come and take a look. You might get hooked. Don't get shook by the fake Keep It P podcasts that are out there. Love, peace, blessings, and maloha. I gotta go ha for show ha. You already know how. Big brother like Bryce Supremo, Mike T. Signing off.
The Negro treatment.
I didn't do anything. I did anything.
The Negro treatment.
No.
The Negro treatment.